Good morning. It's Monday, August 5th, and we have so much Olympic coverage for you this week because there's so much happening. I'm going to do my best to get through it in our allotted amount of time, not to bore you, but keep up with us at lastnightsgame.com or on social media, where we will be covering all things Olympics this week as we wrap up this last full week of the Olympics. Now, let's first talk about the race that was so big that Adele paused her concert for it. Granted, it was only 10 seconds long, but still. In her first 100-meter final, favorite Sha'Carri Richardson ultimately ended up earning a silver medal, while Julian Alfred from St. Lucia, well, she won the gold and was the first medal in St. Lucia history. Now, there will always be questions surrounding the pre-race warm-ups. Sha'Carri Richardson and Shelly Ann Fraser-Price were not allowed to enter the training area where they previously entered to warm up since they weren't staying at the Olympic Village. A rule change seemingly all of a sudden that happened in their since their last race, causing them to have to enter at a further away entrance, which cut into their warm-up time. Price ended up not even running in her final Olympics, which really was a sad end to a storied career, and the impact on Richardson's race, well, it's unknown. Something to consider and some conversation starter for today for sure. Now, moving on to tennis, this is one of my favorite stories. With 24 record major wins, Novak Djokovic, he won everything except a gold medal. In his fifth Olympics, the 37-year-old defeated 21-year-old Carlos Alcaraz for gold. And his quote was fantastic. He says, "I was so blessed to win pretty much everything to win in my sport, but this is something different." Amen to that, and congratulations. Back to track and field. Fastest man on earth, Noah Lyles. Well, guess what? He delivered with his icon nails, his nails that spell that icon, and he delivered on the world's biggest stage in the 100 meter, winning by a photo finish. It's the first USA gold in the 100 for men in 20 years. Now, Lyles still has yet to compete this week in the 200 meter, which is considered his specialty. Moving on to golf, which some of you may have forgotten is an Olympic sport because they play globally all the time. Scottie Scheffler was brought to tears on the medal stand after receiving gold with a come behind win. He has had such a roller coaster of a year, becoming a father, winning the Masters, and then don't forget getting arrested, and then not playing so well as of late. Congratulations to Scottie Scheffler on his gold. Moving on to women's basketball. Nigeria women's basketball team punched its tickets to the quarterfinal, the first African team, men's or women's, to reach the knockout stage of the Olympics. And the reward for them advancing? Playing USA basketball, who hasn't lost in 32 years, seeking their eighth straight gold. And of course, in case you missed it, Cookie Monster and Snoop Dogg were on hand in Paris to make sure that Martha Stewart had an extra sweet birthday. She turned 83, and if you missed the coverage of she and Snoop Dogg at the equestrian events, it was classic. I highly recommend it. So they brought in Cookie Monster to bring her a whole bunch of macarons to celebrate her 83rd birthday. And we're going to wrap up really quickly with some stats, which we normally don't do, but these are pretty impressive. Simone Biles and Katie Ledecky continued to reign supreme this last weekend. Biles won her seventh record gold medal, and Ledecky now has 14 Olympic medals. 8 of them are gold, beating her own record for the most medals won by an American woman in Olympic history. Now, Biles went on to say, "Hey, can you all please stop asking me what's next?" Which is relatable. Simone's feeling like, hey, stop asking me what's next. Give me a chance to enjoy it. So kudos to you, Simone and Katie Ledecky, for the great things that you've done. And as we roll into that last full week of the Olympics this week, make sure you check out our Olympics Crash Course Part 2 podcast so you're in the know of everything Olympics. Have a great week ahead.